The pride you feel at defeating the body of work is great. But you temper it, as you always must, because your fate is not to see what comes after. It's to continue these loops and continue facing these sins. You make your way to the crossroads to start once more, beginning as always with denial. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orn, and we're back at it, taking out a new formation, starting from the beginning. And at the request of one of my subscribers, we're going to take out a named formation called Profane Crucible.
Dangerous than he seems.
So thank you Fairy Taylor or Taller. I'm not sure which way it's meant to be pronounced, but let's get our squad in here.
Murderous melody lingers long after the final chord has
And
been
since Al-Hazred is unnamed, let's have you Fairy Tall. There we go. We'll cut the E. So welcome, thank you again, you Fairy Taller, for recommending this formation, and congratulations, you get to be the occultist. Hope you enjoy. Speaking of, let's get our squad set up here. I mean, we could be dancing, but we don't really want to with the flagellant, so we're only really dancing back here. Could just do the warlock. Just do huge damage. What is it? Is it normally 8? It's 16, so it's 10 18. Wow. We're not really set up for aspirant, so I'm not really keen on doing aspirant. I mean, this is just a generically good. Looks like it's been improved, in fact. All right, yeah, we'll take out a ritualist. Why not? Could spend some candles to re-roll, but deadly with a torn rotator cuff is fine by me, because we just go bam, 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 and then probably bam. Nope, we don't get to bam that too. Probably don't need the burning stars early. Yeah, so that'll work. Next up, we have Sarmenti. So, last time I ran him as a Wanderer, and I do kind of want to do something different here. Battle Ballad, Echoing March. Target move forward, get bleeding. Target gets good stuff. Yep, so that makes sense. Finale just does the damage. Extra damage if they're already bleeding. That's kind of cool. We're not really running a bleed composition, though, so that's not super exciting for me. Ugh. I do not like the look of that. Maybe not. Could just run a soloist. We are in a position to do, like, solo finale things. And we do have means to generate combo points for big drops. And we can use, like, Harvest and Battle Ballad in the type for finales. There's not really a lot of finale options, so it's really just Harvest and Play Out. Or Virtuoso. Which is just doing all the encores, which is, where are the encores? Yeah, like stress resistance. Not bad. Do a soloist. Natural swing, yeah, we want to be doing stuff. I am kind of reluctant, because the flagellant can sort of be okay from the 3rd rank, but not for very long. He doesn't really want to be there. But maybe that's okay. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. Alright, Luska, our long-running flagellant, I mean, Scourge is just so good. Which is it? Sacrifice Blight for much more favorable positioning. Oh, it just weakens them, though. That's disappointing. We'll stick with Scourge. Just such a strong setup. It doesn't really need a lot. Acid Rain, Sepsis, and Lash's Gift. Steal negative tokens. It's actually not that bad. Punish gets a little bit more flexible. Just deals less blight. We don't really care that much about the blight. I guess the weakened tokens aren't nothing either. You know what? Actually, we'll give a Maniac a go. Let's go be a Maniac for this run. And finally, Abomination. I really liked Moribund. Unchained was not bad at all either. We do have the Jester for big stress healing. But I kind of like, is it Unchained that targets adjacent allies as well? Yeah, we just upgrade to this. That feels really good. I really liked Unchained. We need to give Fiend another run, but I kind of just want to play with Unchained here. This just, like, he's just going to stress him, but it makes Absolution really good. You know what? We will give Fiend another try. We'll give Fiend a second run here, primarily because... ooh, that combo point gen is actually kind of nice. Primarily because we do have the Jester, and Fiend didn't really get to shine that much, so... Enough pissing about, let's go. We've got the Profane Crucible here, and as always, we want to talk about this formation in kind of its macro sense as we dive in here.
Never to grow again.
So, what immediately stands out to me in this formation is that it's a little bit...
Ahead, only trial and tribulation.
Trying to figure out if it's fragile, but not in the way I normally think of it, because you have plenty of healing. You have 2 or 3 characters who can heal here, so it's not really that. But like, it just seems like something about this formation just seems to me like it's going to have a chance of struggling. But maybe I'm overthinking that. From an immediate standpoint here. Using our Iron Triangle, stress is definitely the standout. Definitely the standout feature here, as we are incredibly strong with stress healing. We have the Jester and a actually I say incredibly strong. We have the Jester. The Abomination takes care of himself, and the Flagellant doesn't really care. So stress healing is quite good. It should, in theory, not be the main focus of any run here, but we shall see. Healing definitely stand out here. 3 of the characters can heal, though the Abomination is only healing himself. But definitely plenty of healing, and damage feels... I don't know. It remains to be seen on damage because apologies. I gotta set this guy up. Probably want Razor's Wit and Harvest anyway, and Solo Finale and Inspiring Tune. There we go. That's fine. But yeah, so I guess kind of. So stress plenty, but a little bit focused, and you have one character who doesn't really care about stress because the Flagellant can melt down. It's not a big deal. The Abomination cares about stress, but doesn't necessarily mind too much. He can take care of himself, and the Occultist is fine. Healing, we have the Flagellant and the Occultist. Neither are my favorite healer, but they are quite effective. Though we have to remember that he is a maniac and not a scourge, so his healing is not as strong. It still should be quite ample. And he can also potentially use sepsis, so that might be a skill we bring in as well. Heal himself for 35. That's kind of fun. And then finally, damage. We definitely have spike damage if we want it. The Jester and the Abomination. The Occultist, we're running him as a Ritualist, so he's not as exciting. But he can be quite lethal. So, yeah. Very promising formation. I'm definitely excited to give it a run here. Sure.
Each improvement
and let's
variable in the
check in on what we got.
Fate.
Tangle Book. Tangle Book's nice. That does make doing the Dreaming General a little bit more viable. Is this... I mean, we're going to have to go to both.
Fire and rot. Is there no sanctuary from this madness? Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
It doesn't really feel like a crocodile run, even though we have the Jester. Who's the one that cares about road gear? You. Debuff resistance. That's tracked differently from stun resistance, unfortunately. So not bad, but not super good. Increased chance of looting from debris. That's not bad, though. And we are picking up a bunch, but we could also just do Purloined Felid and just have a bunch of different things. Because we've got road gear. And then we'll have road gear. And we could have Tinkers or medical gear. Actually, we could have both, potentially. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Okay. Let's do the cat. So we'll buy the cat food. We buy the... We do buy the... What is this? This is luxury gear.
A little company for the long
So
ride
we
ahead.
do buy the Tangle Book. Let's buy some food so we don't
Something to
get
ease
ourselves
the
killed here.
rigors of the road.
Buy that, sure. We'll save the last 16. And so now we have -1 stress and a wheel or a thing. Pop that in. Sure. Just make room in our wagon, basically. Okay. That feels decent. So we'll do mastery points here.
Listen.
Immediately.
Practice. Improve.
Immediately kind of want to upgrade Sepsis, don't I? We'll give Sepsis its upgrade. We'll definitely give Inspiring Tune its upgrade. Give Solo its upgrade. And finally here, give this its upgrade, and perhaps this. We'll give Weird Reconstruction its upgrade. That should be good. Alright, and that'll do it. Thank you all for watching. I'm looking forward to this formation. Probably need to revisit this, thinking through this formation later. We do face the Dreaming General in particular because we do have 2 characters that reliably hit the back row and the target, with the added benefit that this is also putting weakens on. And we have 2 characters that can just sit there and beat him down. So into the Tangle we go. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.
The front lines of a war.